Hey there everyone, Luke here. Now before I get into talking about the review, just want to make a very quick announcement. Uh, Possibly after this upload, pretty much after this video goes out tomorrow, me and Party Jams and possibly Vex from Control Chaos, hopefully they'll be in it as well. But yeah, we're all going to be talking about Doctor Stone because, as you all are probably aware, Doctor Stone season 3 is coming next month, and yes, we are getting the whole of Treasure Island. So I'm very excited. I'm very excited about that. I'm very excited to talk about that tomorrow. Why possibly Doctor Stone will be season 3 will be the best season of Doctor Stone so far, and what our most anticipated moments from the upcoming series will be. But yeah, that's for later. So I hope you guys enjoy that tomorrow. It'll nice to finally get back to talking about some more Doctor Stone, which I'm really excited about. But okay, calm down. Let's just talk about Mission Yozakura family for now. Alright, so this will be chapter 169, titled The Letters. Yeah, I think we got the letters in the last chapter series, but yeah, that's besides that. I really want to talk about something that I've noticed. It seems like all the chapters on the Fizz website are not getting updated at the moment for when they're coming out for next week, and I know that they're coming out next week because it's on the Manga Plus app, but anyway, I digress. That's probably an error on Fizz's part. But yeah, so the chapter starts off with a colour page. Very nice colour page of Shion and Shinzo, even though they really don't do anything in this chapter, but it's just nice to see colour page slides, just the family hanging around together, being a family basically, and it shows Shinzo just giving Shion a piggyback while she's carrying all the supplies and they're going on a camping trip. Not much to say on that front, just a really nice wholesome colour page. But yeah, chapter starts off pretty much from the ending of the last chapter, where Mutsumi is trying to finally decide of like what the actual plan is going to be heading forward, and obviously they're going to take on Momo's plan as we get a reiteration of, just like he did with our mum, dad, and Tsubumi, someday without fail, Asa will come for us, or whatever he's planning to do with them. Based on what we see out in that first panel of just Tsubumi and Momo in the tank and Ree's heart in the tank. That's just really creepy to think about. So Mutsumi's like, okay, since we've got time and a basic grasp of what is actually going to be happening, it's now we'll just take these letters to train and to defeat him, and we'll accept your plan, Dad. So we're gonna go with it. Now, whilst Tao's like, oh, really? Okay. Koichiro is just like smirking away, just like, yeah, good one. Because, you know, whatever plan Mutsumi was going to be, Koichiro was going to be like, oh yeah, I know, I'm on board with this plan because Mutsumi's the one coming up with it. As Momo is thanking her, she's like, no, Dad, don't get the wrong idea here. I'm accepting it merely as one choice amongst many. And I want to know what the video would have actually said if Mutsumi was like, no, we're not going to go with your plan, Dad. Like, how would have Momo actually gotten out of this? Because if it is a recording, would it just be edited to show Momo's reaction of what would have happened if Mutsumi hadn't have said, yeah, let's go with your plan, Dad. That would be something interesting to see. But yeah, she says, no matter how good the plan sounds, it's never smart to passively ride the rails someone else laid down. There's no telling what may happen and when, and I think it's time for myself and make my own decisions because I'm the head of the Yozakura family. Which, like I said in the last chapter, this is something that we've been anticipating for a while. Mutsumi actually stepping onto the play and being like, okay, yeah, this is my family, this is my organisation, I'm the head of it, so I've got to make the major decisions and have that conscience on my shoulder. And yeah, I've got to realise that even though we're going with this plan, we've just got to make sure that, okay, this plan could backfire in so many ways. So yeah, we shouldn't go immediately with the plan. We should like make our own altercations to the plan to kind of also throw the enemy off guard as well. As we cut into a flashback where we have the family just being a family and discussing Mutsumi's marriage capabilities, which, as we know, she gets married to Tayo. But in the flashback, they're just going like, "Oh, want more marriage candidates to look over? So how about Keigo is the one going on for this?" As we see Mutsumi, he was probably like 5 years old in this flashback. Of just going like, "Oh, political kids and wealthy brats are so boring, and it'll be way more fun if you married an assassin or a con man." Yeah, you can't imagine Tails a con man. Assassin maybe, but con man, no. We have Momo, who's just like ripping up a book, who's like, picking some unrequired Mando in our field will just bring the Yozakura name down. We need someone who can keep you safe. At least maybe this guy. He's a fighter. And we have Shinzo being like, "I'd rather it not be anyone scary looking." Yeah. You could get pretty intense as well, Shinzo. I don't know if you've noticed that. We also have Karicho and Momo giving their 2 cents again, as they say like they all think they're worthy grooms for Mutsumi, those arrogant jerks, and you just see Mutsumi just being like, "Can I let this decision happen to myself?" And then you have Momo saying, "Yeah, the upper lip brats are getting ahead of themselves. I won't let a single one near Mutsumi before Reed just comes about. Alright, everyone, that's far enough. We all know what's really gonna happen here." It's like she predicted the future. Like in the shots we have moments where it's like, okay, this has to be an Eisen level plan of just like they're destined to be together, because you have Ree here who's just chilling out with Goliath, just eating some potatoes, like, "Oh, come on everyone, it's pointless talking about these marriage proposals," and it's silly because we all know that Mutsumi likes the neighborhood boy Tayo, and then you just have one of the funniest reactions from the entire series. Mutsumi's just like incredibly embarrassed, like, "Mom, how did you know? What, Mom?" And you just see her eyes just sucking back into a sort of like, "No, I don't. And then just have Momo and Karicho just being like, "Tayo, you mean the Asano family little kid? No, this is too much for me to handle." And yeah, Karicho's fainting at that. So yeah, I can imagine Karicho was just for years and years before they actually decided to get married, was just thinking of many ways, just like, "Oh, so she's still hanging around with Tayo. I wonder how squishy his body will be when I get wrapped up in my steel spider." But yeah, continuing on, we have Ree saying to Mutsumi, "You're a good diligent girl. I can see you overthinking this. You may worry about things like tradition and proper borderlines, but whichever answer you choose is the correct one, because it's your choice. So you've got to have that confidence if you want to be the head of the family." Essentially saying to like, look, it's all right to follow traditions and follow proper bloodlines and everything, Mutsumi, but at the end of the day, it's not our choice to decide who you want to be with. Who you want to be with has to be someone that's special to you, because you know that no matter what, you can put the 100% trust in them. And it's really great that it was Tayo and not somebody else. And of course, this all circles back to what's going on in the present day chapter, where we have when they have them deciding, like, look, whatever happens at the end of the day, this is my choice and my plan, and my idea to go along with this plan of Momo's. And I'm not sure if the plan will be the correct one, but I'm not saying that I doubt your intentions, Dad. Thank you. You did this for our future. We'll make the most of it. And you see Tayo and Karicho basically giving a smile of like, yeah, we agree. Even though Momo did some despicable things, he was still doing it for the sake of our future, now that we know the full context of his plan and everything. Even though he was still a terrifying creeper of a character in like it when we were doing his old saga and his old arc. Momo in the video is like, "Oh, you've grown so much, Mutsumi, and you're so much like your mother," which, yeah, I can see, and I wonder what kind of kids Mutsumi and Taro are gonna have? Like that'll be interesting. Like what kind of kids they're gonna have, what Blooming's Day will have if we have Blooming at the end of the series. But yeah, we continue on with the psychic video link where we have Keigo and Shion going. Anything more than this is just floody details. I've said all I need. Oh no! It's not Keigo and Shion doing this. Like Momo's trying to speak, and we have Keigo and Shion just being like, Keigo, she's enough. So yeah, they were testing like you can't really predict what we're gonna do here, but no. Momo predicted this exact scenario. He carries on and says, in the end, I guess I'm just a bothersome spectre of the past, but I hope that what I've offered you can be a small use to you in the future, which, yeah, it's gonna be whatever it is. Any information to take down Asa at this point is incredibly valued and incredibly welcome, because they need all the help they can get. If Asa was strong enough to negate Koricho's blooming, they need all the help they can get. He goes on and says, I've enjoyed this. It felt like I was really talking to... No shit, you were really talking to them, Momo. You were... This couldn't have been just a pre-recorded video. Like, no, he had to have been live feeding it in some way, like psychically linking or something. But anyway, I digress. Before he ends the message, he tries to say, I love you, but he's like, oh wait, the battery is dying, and it turns out that he's been doing 20 takes of the same recording over and over and over again, to the point that his battery is now on 1%. So he's been doing this so long that it's like, I wonder how many hours it took him to actually do this message. If he did it 20 times, was it like half a day, 2 hours? 15? Like, how many hours did he actually do it? But yeah, he's just like, and he just starts talking like, you know, when you're on a payphone and you get the pips, and it's just like, okay, I've got to make it quick here. Like, darling, I wanted to make it more emotional, but anyway, I've always loved you and always will. Beep. And everyone is just like, oh, stupid sappy dad. Before Koricho announces like, okay, given this is personal information on all of us, it's likely very sensitive. Sharing its contents or even opening it will be all up to you. Which, yeah, great idea, because if they don't know anything, then Asa can't like be okay. Shion knows exactly what's in Koricho's letter, so we can use that to our advantage. Yeah, so it's best to like, okay, open it up separately and you find out on your own exactly what the message is. So that it's you and you alone. And whether you open it now or later, that's up for you to decide. As we see, oh wait. This is Koricho's there. So he's like, watch what's on this first. USB stick. Like, is this Koricho's left? Is this Koricho's there, or is it Tile? No, it's Tile's there. So yeah, this is Tile's there. So Tile opened the letter and it was like, okay, you've got a USB here. You gotta watch it. I'm begging you, please. So we cut over to Tile, who's actually watching what is on the USB stick. It turns out it's another message that that Momo predicts down to the team. But this is even more crazier. It's before Tile was born. Like, this message is entirely before Tile was born, when his parents were alive, when his mother was pregnant with him, and when Ri was pregnant with Mutsumi. So again, I said Momo had a Eisen level of like, I've known about you since before you were born because I was friends with your parents. So yeah, Momo in the message is just like, oh, sorry to keep you waiting, but Tyler's just like, really? We're going through all of this again? I thought we were done with these psychic linking messages. But Momo is like, oh, you're probably watching this right after the DVD, I think. Sorry, I don't know you as well as the others. I do the others, so it's hard to guess. But no, you're guessing right down to the T, Momo here. But he seems to be acting way more hesitant than usual, which is what Tile obviously comes to the conclusion by how it's acted. But still, he's predicted it right down to the T still in this case, before he goes on to say, it's great whether we've been having, yeah, so he's acting like a father, just like, yeah, I'm with the son-in-law at the moment. I don't know. The weather's nice, isn't it? Yeah. It's like, come on, Momo, get to the chase. And sure enough, he does. He's like, he says he shouldn't really say anything at all, and he's offered his life, and Tails offered his life for the family and for Mutsumi's future, which gotta give it commendable for. At that young of an age, Tail accepted the responsibility of looking after Mutsumi just as she looked after him all throughout those years where he was growing up without his parents. But Momo says, it's my fault for sacrificing my own family, and I don't have any right to say anything to you. But at least as your father-in-law, let me offer you a bit of thanks, unconnected to any training. Looking for this is why I went through the album in the first place, and I was glad that I was able to find it. Family is difficult for exactly that reason. I hope this video will serve as a signpost to guide your way. And it has been difficult for Tayo, like losing his original family and being married into the Yozakura family, and at the same time getting a newfound responsibility, but also getting new worries about what might happen to them if something bad happened to them, and if he would be able to go through the same pain that he went through all those years. Well, not all those years ago. Well, actually, no, it was all those months ago. Like, he lost his parents when he, I think a year before the series started. I thought it was longer. But yeah, anyway, besides the point, they go on to introduce, the video goes on to introduce Ri and Tayo's parents, and they're like, oh, hello, you're going out for a day? Akiri. Akari. So Akari, Tayo's mother, which that has to be probably the first time his mother has been name dropped in the series, or unless I'm missing something. Correct me if I'm missing something, but I think this is the first time in the series Tayo's mother gets mentioned by name. Not sure about his father, but hey, but yeah, you see Akari and Ri obviously pregnant with Tayo and Mutsumi, and they're like, oh yes, we're going out for a drive for the first time in a while. Momo's ecstatic. Are the two of you going out? And yeah, I am in my second transmitter now, so I thought we'd go for a walk. And Tayo's dad is just like, huh? Taking a video? You're getting really into it. Like, you don't know the half of it. And sadly, you're never going to know the half of it. But still, you don't know the half of it. But yeah, Momo's just like, definitely. But as they say, obviously foreshadowing to his antagonistic role in the series. And Tayo's just completely shocked about this. Like, what my mum and dad doing here, as we finally get the origin of Tayo's name in the series. As Ri's like, oh, this is your first pregnancy. Are you really nervous about this? And she's like, Akari's like, oh, definitely, but my son has been healthy so far, so I'm less nervous than I thought I'd be. Right, Tayo? And Ri's was like, oh, you've decided on a name already for your son. Tayo, that's a good name. And it's revealed that, oh, the two of us actually settled on it a while ago. So Tayo's name was already settled on it before he was probably even conceived. They probably got married and they're like, if we have a boy, what would you name him? And they probably both said at the same time, Tayo. And they've been through a lot getting this far, but now that they have their son, every day seems much brighter, because as we know, Tayo's name means son. That's what Tayo means. So it's which is very much a double meaning. It's the firstborn son, but also Tayo brightens up the day for everyone. Even Koricho, despite him probably not wanting to be, probably gets his day brightened up by actually getting a chance to torment Tayo. And they want his future to be bright as shining as possible, and they can't take any credit, and they couldn't think of names. So, wait. Oh no. no, Tyle's dad couldn't take all the credit, so he was just like, "Oh, I'm just gonna pick the one I like best out of her out of her suggestions." But his mom was like, "Oh, what are you talking about? You did look a lot. You did a whole lot to look up good name ideas." Which begs the question, like, if anybody out there who's who wants to be parents or might be thinking about or might be thinking about becoming parents, what would you name your kids? Like for me, if it was my choice, if I had a boy, like I'm asexual, like I think that's pretty much established through Control Chaos. But if I decide to have kids, if I decide to have kids myself, I'll probably go for, like, if I had a son, it would be Robert. But if I had a girl, it would be Louise. So yeah, be interested to see what you guys think of for kids' names. But yeah, they go on to say, like, "Oh, it sounds lovely. I'm so moved," and oh, of course. Momo is still filming here, but they have no idea what this is all for, so they're just treating it as just like, "Oh, Momo, being absolutely crazy as usual. Are you crying? That's too much. That's too much." Or, you know, you're filming as well. But of course, Tile is actually crying at this point because he probably thinks about his parents. Probably thinks about his parents a lot of the times, but when he's actually being able to see them, this is where he lets all his emotions go as he continues to listen to the message, find out, like, "Oh, Mutsumi is due in June," and like, "Oh, Tile is in September," and they're going on to say, "I'm sure my child will come to you for so many things in school and beyond." We're honoured. "Oh no, we're flattered that our humble son can meet your standards. Please treat him well." And yeah, they do treat him well in the Yozakura family. So it's nice that their mothers were friends and being able. It was. I wouldn't be surprised if this was destiny, like they were destined to be together after this moment, Tayo and Mutsumi. Which is probably what the name of the chapter is actually going to be, destined to be together. But yeah, Tayo's just so happy to hear these compliments from his mum and Ri. As they go, "Why does this sound like something that should be discussed way far into the future?" Because it's actually happening right now. But yeah, he goes. But yeah, the message ends with them saying, like, "Right, we best be off. See you later. Take care." And Tao monologues to himself, like, saying, "That's right. Mutsumi and I may not know what the future holds for us, but whatever it is, we don't have to worry about ourselves. We don't have to worry ourselves into knots over it. After all, my picture of the ideal family has been right here from the beginning." Obviously referencing not just his family, but also the family that he has become a part of, which very nice, touching moment right there from Tayo. But now we get to the end of the chapter where we have Koichiro just going over the plans and everything, and just being like, "Oh, 5 years, yeah, the training regiment will produce eye-popping results, but it takes up to 5 years. 5 years for this. That runs right up to the time frame of Asa's expected attack. And if each of us has different regiments, best do it in different places. Coordinating will be difficult." And he thinks about Momo, thinking like, "Oh, what can you do? Do you think you can't do it, Koichiro?" And he's just like, "Yeah, shut up. You're right, Dad. You're on. Show me what you've got now. Let's get this mission started." And that's where the chapter ends. So, pretty interesting chapter. We got the final ending of the message with Momo, and we got an extra message that focused on Tayo, where his origins came from, like his ultimate connection to Mutsumi and the Yozakura families in more ways than one. Now, Python's reckons that this is the last chapter, or at least one of the last chapters before the time skip, which I saw on the Discord, on the Control Chaos Discord. I'm gonna wait until next week. Before we see that. But yeah, it does look like that. Yeah, we're even though I kind of dismissed it at the time, it does look like, yeah, we're going to finally get into the time skip, which I'm not bothered about at this point. But at the same time, it might not happen in the way that we expect. You just never know with this series what's gonna be thrown next. So. If we do get the time skip next chapter, that's something we'll just have to cross when we get to it. But anyway, what did you think of this chapter? Let me know. Like, subscribe, comment, all that jazz. And this will be Lasherluke signing off. Later, guys.